Well, you know one of the things I'm afraid of? I try not to be afraid of anything, but I'll tell you, there's times I get afraid of things. And I think if there's one thing I know I'm very much afraid of, it's a hard heart. Because a hard heart translates into everything I touch. It translates into how I parent. It translates into how I deal with people. It translates into how I talk to people. It translates into my daily mood. But it'll do more than that. A hard heart, you know what it'll do? It'll fog up your decision-making filters. It will. It'll start toxifying you. That's why we put so much emphasis at Clearview on freedom ministry and keys to freedom and freedom prayer and empower workshops, because we know this is real life and it does that to you. See, there's something about this prayer of forgiveness that happens right here. And I kind of drew it out for you this morning with my mouse. I think I actually added this one in today. Because there's something about reciprocity. That's kind of the best way I could describe it. But there's this loop that you get caught in about forgiveness. Because as you're asking to be forgiven, you must also forgive. And I think that's what Jesus is getting at right there when he's talking about verse 12. It's a loop, and then he jumps on down again to verse 14 and 15. There's this continuous cycle. One thing feeds off the other. So as you forgive, you've got to be forgiven. And as you've been forgiven, you've got to forgive. And as others forgive you, you've been forgiven. And it's this constant loop that you're going over. And that's part of our daily prayer life.